This movie, The Mist, is a clear indication and clear sign of what happens to individuals under extreme fear situations, extreme pressure. The truth comes out. The character comes out. The truth about any situation that if individuals are not grounded within themselves, if they don't have the proper identification of themselves, that they are subjected to lead with their shadow, with their darker side of themselves, instead of their light side. Anybody that is not in tune with the universe, anybody that's not in a true connection with the universe, will easily be exposed. And it shows you how in this movie they were trapped in a restaurant, and a woman that was an individual that was a religion person, she gathered individuals together. She was describing the events that were happening was the apocalypse of the Creator. It was the revelations. She started a congregation inside of the daggone grocery store. In the movie, it was a government project that went down south, which means it completely blew up. Another dimension carried over into this dimension. What was living in that dimension appeared in this dimension. Extremely huge insects, extremely huge animals and beasts. They were touching the clouds at their maximum capacity. This individual utilized the events as the Creator, judging individuals, killing individuals, the end of the world. She got to the point where the events started happening inside of this grocery store. Started to take people out. People were being attacked. People were being killed. She utilized that in her advantage with the religion. One thing led to the other. Other people stood up against her because other people were more in tune with their internal guidance system. They didn't believe in no type of God prophecy, or there is no such thing as a God of this nature that will do such things to the individuals on this planet, especially when it comes to the creation of nature. Or you disobeyed the Creator, so now the Creator is going to come down on you with a storm. That is not a loving God of existence. That is not a loving God of nature that will do such a thing to its creation. The greatest lies will come forward. People will see the great lie for the system that we are living in. And especially when it comes to certain factions that take people out of their normal perspective. They operate in these type of situations under heavy doses of fear. Not because you're passionate about it, not because you're thrilled about it, not because you're like to expand in excitement, something that really thrills you. No, a lot of individuals are doing it based off of the circumstances. The system puts you in the circumstances and you think that the way out is to lay low, bow your heads, completely go against your nature, because that's what it's doing. In the movie, she started to sacrifice people. And it's funny, when the lights go out, you will see the truth about everything in this system. You will see the truth about what is really happening in nature instead of an organization. They started sacrificing people to God. Same thing they did in the past. It shows you that it doesn't have the backbone of universe, doesn't have the backbone of nature. It's not a solid foundation. It crumbles under intense pressure. The character folds like paper. It's not a structurally still built structure, but it's built under fear. Cardboard paper, cardboard box. It's not something that will last. It's something that only lasts for a certain amount of time before the truth reveals itself. And for the truth of the human being see the truth about the human being for what the human being really is and who the creator really is. You're being put into a situation where you have to thrive to survive, not just live a life. And then because you have to thrive to survive, you will fall back on religion. Oh, this is what the creator is doing. This is what's happening with this situation. People will allow the religion as an scapegoat to utilize why things are happening in the world the way they are happening. It's structured like that specifically. People can't identify the truth because of everything that's happening, the intensity and the chaos. And people will allow on their darker side to take over. It will utilize everything besides a normal human being would do. When things get dark, it gets dark. And they will allow on anything that will be able to give them some type of comfort besides knowing they self, besides activating their true self, besides having a true spiritual awakening, besides having the power of the creator from inside the human being. And the truth about that power of the creator inside the human being, none of that stuff will ever take place. That's a prime example of what's happening in the world. Individuals that have the truth about the universe, that know the truth about themselves and identification of themselves, will not allow for any type of fear take over their body and allow for their darker side to completely dominate the situation. You trying to fight for survival. You utilizing somebody as a way. You're destroying somebody else while you're trying to survive. And blaming that on religion. You're blaming that on a creator. Because you don't have a proper identification of yourself. Because you've been bamboozled with the system that makes you think that the individual that you're being is the true identification of who you are and the creator. It's the complete opposite. It's not the truth of any of that situation, any of the two. It's a little words of wisdom from now, just to get everybody to see that. If you don't know yourself, if you don't have the proper identification of yourself, that you will crumble fast. And the solution is not in humanity. It's something that causes a lot of chaos, as we can see. Enjoy the rest of your day.